Hello, welcome. Happy Thanksgiving. My name is Kate, and if you're new here, welcome. If you're coming back, welcome back. I just wanted to say thank you to everyone for all of your help and tips and ideas. For the Idaho 4 case, we are all good. What Ethan needed or wanted to get out, got out, and we're good in the hood. I didn't put it together until I got the message, like, we're good. Like, we did our job. Our job is done. We can rest easy at night. Until he had that mic drop moment. There is another one of those readings. I'm going to look back through it because he did that before with the snake. So I'll look for it. I am spacing. So what we're going to work on now is the Abby and Libby case in Delphi. It's Libby that I could feel. I think as soon as someone thank you for that suggestion. As soon as someone suggested it, it must have planted a seed, because then it's almost like Ethan left, we were good. And then Libby it's her energy that I can feel. I can't feel it super strong yet, which is fine. But I looked at a picture of the two girls, and that's who it is. So I listened to the Down the Hill podcast. It feels like a couple years ago, probably right when it came out, because I used to just listen to podcasts. But the true crime design, she's awesome. And I love her reporting style. It's really straightforward and to the point. So the first thing I want to do, I'll ask about Richard Allen. I have, in my own personal ideas, don't think he has anything to do with it. But, Then I want to look into Shane Evans. That's the mayor. I don't feel, I think he's sketchy AF, first of all. Then the next one is Doug Carter, the state police superintendent. But we'll start with Richard Allen, then Shane Evans, and then we'll go from there. So I'm going to, I wonder if we should did I ever actually do a reading on Ethan? I wonder if I should do a reading on Libby. Let's just kind of feel this out and see how it goes. I am also debating if I want to use the Game of Thrones, because this sounds like a complete buttfuck there. Sorry, I need to edit that. It just is like small town politics, but that's okay, because now it's all coming to the light. So I'm going to start with regular Rider-Waite, see how we go. Oh, for you guys up there, I was watching the other video with just the cards, and you were on the table, and I noticed it shook a lot. So I put you on something that's not on the table. So hopefully it's better. And I guess we'll see. But anyway, so we're going to start with Rider-Waite. First, what we're going to do is we'll talk to Richard Allen, see what's going on. My own personal opinion is I think that there are crimes against humanity going on with him. I do not like what I see or feel when I see him. I heard Drip Drop say he thinks it's electroshock therapy. Oh, this card is starting to jump. Okay, so I'm just going to lay that card out. Sorry up there, you have to see my list now that you're in a new vantage point. So I'm going to clear the energy, and I cleared the whiteboard because now hopefully this is a slam dunk. We can just get in and get out. Okay, let's get going. So what we're going to do, we have a card. I haven't flipped it over yet. And we're going to start with Rider-Waite. We're going to just check in with Richard Allen. We could do upright yes, reversals no, see if he is guilty or not. And if he's not, I want to do a reading on him too. If he is, we should do it anyway. But I really just want to work on this Shane Evans kid. I don't like one thing that I've seen about him. And that's fine, but I just I don't know. So what we'll do, let's start with Richard Allen so we can either cross him off the list or move him to the whiteboard. The whiteboard's nice and clean. And then, I haven't set quarters. I need to pause you. I have to pray and ask for guidance. BRB, or like protection. So just to say, I'm back. Cards out up there. I didn't pause you because I'd have to get up. I was really lazy. All right, so let's check in with Richard Allen and see what his let's just see what his story is. So I'm going to cut these. All right, these cards are definitely ready. Okay, so the first thing, oh man. I don't know if I flipped it. For you guys up there, I think I flipped that backwards the way I flipped it. So, well, the good news is the truth's going to come out. Okay. Oh, boy. All right. So, all right. If I was doing, did I ask us a, no, the cards just got ready before I asked a question. Oh, man. Okay. All right. So, and if you guys are watching, I don't have like a set number that I always do. I just do what feels right. So if sometimes you see 5, sometimes you see 10, 12, 15, that I just go by what feels right. So the underlying energy, I don't really know. All right, hold on. I need to regroup on this one. I'm actually going to clear this and ask a specific question because I am not really sure what I'm looking at, and I think it will be just best for everyone if I ask a specific question. Richard Allen, did you have anything to do with Abby and Libby? Oh, wait, I should ask it more specifically. Did you have anything to do with the unaliving of Abby and Libby? Richard Allen, did you have anything to do with the unaliving of Abby and Libby? I'm going to do a 5-card pull. That was a weird cut. No, yes, 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 yes. All right, I'm going to do 2 out of 3. So we're going to ask again. We're going to do 2 out of 3 if Richard Allen had anything to do with Abby, the specific act of unaliving Abby and Libby. No, no, yes, no, no. Okay, that was a really hard no. Okay, I feel like I didn't ask the first question the right way, did I? So in my mind, I'm asking, Richard Allen, did you Kill Abby and Libby? Because the tarot is very, very, very literal. It doesn't understand metaphor. I mean, it does that, but it doesn't understand, like, if I use the words, like the censored words we have to use here, it doesn't do well with it. Well, I feel like, I mean, it might for other readers, I have no idea. But so in my mind, that last one that I just pulled, I did the specific. Did you Kill the girl, like Abby and Libby, the girls, so that it's the tarot knows like exactly what I'm asking. I'm not being elusive to it. So I just want you guys to know that the difference is that I'm asking a direct question about 3 direct people. And I'm not just being like, censor. So, no, yes, no. That's 2 out of 3. As pretty hard no's. So, okay, good. We can wipe that off the list. I knew it. All right, so now we're going on. Now I feel like we need to use the Game of Thrones. We're going to go to Shane Evans. He was the mayor, and now he's working for the prosecutor. I only got about 3 episodes into True Crime Design, I think is the link I put in the community post. And I was like, these two are sketchy. I also think that Doug Carter looks sketchy AF. So we're going to use, I also brought my little book over for the Game of Thrones. Oh, these cards just feel good. Okay, so Shane Evans, I feel like, all right, what do we want to ask? Like, what specific question? I'm going to ask 2 separate questions. The first one is going to be, and I have to ask in my mind because censors, Shane Evans, did you Abby and Libby? Okay, that's how we're going to start, and then the next one I'll ask. Oh, all right, these cards are ready. Oh, these cards, for you guys up there, I don't read them in reverse. It just doesn't feel right. Okay, these cards, oh, geez, already. Oh, boy. Great. Okay, so a bunch of cards just jumped. The card that jumped is the Star. I think from our fire lesson. What number is this? 15, 16. Mars. Okay, so Mars. I don't know enough about the planets. And I know there are some experts in here. What I wrote were the planets that ruled them. Okay, so the Star, I don't know what that is for a horoscope sign. But, well, I can tell you he's lying about it, and there's not going to be justice, and the devil's here. All right, I'd say that this is not looking good for, what's this kid's name? Shane. Oh, all right, I'm just going to talk this out. I might have to go back to Rider-Waite. Well, let me just tell you the cards that are on the table. So we have the Star as the underlying energy. That's the one that jumped by itself. I don't know who Mars rules. If I had to guess, it would be Monday. So Monday would be Earth. I really have no idea. So then we have the 2 of Coins. This is the one that someone in the comments said, like, okay, I'm just going to talk about how I read it because that's a different reading and it's not mine. I read this as duality, that you have 2 choices. You can make choice A or choice B. So he was presented with some choices. The Star in the Rider-Waite is like Ethan showed us that a lot when the Emperor was around because the Emperor put the Star out. So I am not liking anything that I'm seeing right now. Then we have the 5 of Coins. That's like a beggar. It's like 5s are chaos, like in general, in my experience and opinion. Oh, there are no facts here. Please do your own research. Did I welcome everyone? Welcome. Thank you so much for coming. I'm so grateful. And thank you guys all so much for the readings. It's so fun. Well, it's almost like I already know you guys. I'm like, oh, someone made a comment about one of the comments that she made. And I was like, oh, that's so cool. So thank you guys. I feel I'm psyched. I'm so psyched. And you have no idea. I am really pumped because I'd really love to do this all day, every day. Okay, so in my personal opinion and experience, I think that 5s, I'm actually just going to tell you what I see, and if you disagree. I'm also thinking of making a members only because I just think that will be a lot easier for the people that are into it. And then all the other people and their opinions, that's wonderful. Thank you so much for leaving them. So that's just something I'm thinking about, just because then I'll make a thing like I only write back with if you're a member, because I also feel like then you're more invested. You're not just like swinging in to lower the vibration. And that's one of the things, like, I have to put on the protection because I just don't put up with it, because it's something that like my vibe doesn't match with. It's just not a good match. It's not good for anyone. And it's a really low vibration. It's like gross. So those were just the thoughts. So I'm just going to tell you guys how I see it. If any of the OGs see it or have any advice, like, then I would love to hear it. So the five, okay, so we have a choice. We also, okay, let me tell you, the underlying energy that we have is the star. The star is like, you can think about this in this context. We're on a different case now. So just erase everything, basically, that you know. And the star is like the northern star. So it's like your sense of direction. It's where you are heading. Let me just tell you what his underlying energy is. Oh, let's guess, El Diablo. So speaking of low vibes, that's all, well, there's definitely evil in the world. That's not an illusion. That's very real. And that's because it goes back to the wolf. Which wolf do you feed? If you feed into jealousy and insecurity, fighting on Facebook, and stuff that lowers your vibe, reading too much news, I'll tell you about my opinion about that later, but it's not an opinion. There are case studies based on the fact it's propaganda. It's like the same lines, different. I mean, study Hitler for 10 seconds and he did the same stuff. You just have to be very mindful of where you're getting your information. If it doesn't feel right, then don't, just leave it there. And don't give any low vibe that would be anything like this is not a good omen for this kid, Shane. And I don't like that name anymore. I never even really liked it, but if I did, I definitely don't. So, okay. So the underlying energy for this kid is the star. It's his northern star. Maybe his intuition is trying to reach him because there's a lot of BS in the way. So then he had a decision. He was feeling poor, chaotic. He was like, yeah, let's do it. I have no money, or I have no sense of moral compass, which is what it's looking like. Then we have the Nine of Spears. That's the Nine of Wands in our Rider-Waite. And that's like a fighting card. I mean, these kids are ready to fight. You guys can see it probably. We have the Magician. So the Magician is a good guy-ish. Magicians are tricky. It's not always what you think it is. So it's like the Magician has all four elements. It's in second grade if you're looking at the Fool's Journey. And magicians are trickster. In this context, it's a trickster. What? I'm not reading these cards in reverse, but if I was, we have Justice in reverse, which I don't want to see. Oh, you know what? The Scales of Justice. This place is corrupt AF, I'm guessing. So I'm not going to read it in reverse. It really does change the entire reading, but it just doesn't feel right. I'm just going to, I don't know. Okay, so we have the Northern Star. We'll think about that as the Northern Star, like they followed it to go find Jesus. It's like a compass, a moral compass. Then we have the Two of Coins. This is for me, duality. It's like, am I going to sell my soul to the devil, or am I going to not be a douche? Well, I'm really poor. This is also, it could be an action card. I'm trying to think of what the Five of Pentacles is on the Rider-Waite. Well, this is just poverty. I mean, he's homeless and he's begging for money. Oh, this is the one when they're outside the church. Then we have the Nine of Wands. And it says Spears on here. This is action. This is a fighting card. It's really like almost a completion, but it's not the end of 10. It would be the end. Or I'm sorry, a page. Do we have 10s? No, it would be a page. Then we have the Magician. He's like, I don't like him because he's between justice and the devil. Oh, El Diablo. So this kid's a complete loser. Oh, all right. Well, the two cards, oh, great. This is just great. Okay. Sorry, I'm getting like... All right, so the King of Cups is ruling this joint. We probably could have guessed that. The Hierophant. I have to switch these to regular Rider-Waite. Hold on, this is telling a way bigger story. I like these cards, and I think they're really awesome, but for some reason, I just feel like I have to switch to... Oh, we're already at 17 minutes? Okay. All right, we had a card. Oh, I wasn't even asking a question. All right. All right, these cards are ready. Oh, man. All right, I'm going to set these guys right here. This is the underlying energy. It's the Eight of Cups. Oh, man. All right. Well, we got a lot of the same cards. Oh, yep, we got a lot of the same cards we just got in that last deck. All right, his cups are all in reverse. Okay, underlying energy is the Eight of Cups. That's like walking away. His cups are full, but he's walking away from everything. My specific question was, Shane, did you... Abby and Libby. And what we're looking at... All right, so we have the Eight of Cups upright. That's fine. I mean, that's just like a walking away card. We have the Three of Cups in reverse. In our last reading, this was always representative of the party. What I'm going to see it here, because we're in a whole different case. Like, we've cleared the cards, cleared the deck, cleaned the energy, it's done. I'm going to read this like three people were involved. Again. Actually, it could also be an addiction card. I have Two Cups in reverse. This can be an alcoholism. It could be addiction of some kind. We have Death in reverse. So I've said this before. I don't love death. It's a change. Oh, so things are going to stay the same. We have Justice. We just got Justice. And we have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So this is like a contract, not a contract. It's like, yeah, it's like a broken contract. Then we have the Hermit. The Hermit is a sage. He's smart. Then we have another alcoholism card, and then we got that duality card again. Okay. We have another card we just got. This is the Four of Pentacles in reverse, so that's losing money. We have the Knight of Pentacles. Someone's definitely, and we have the stabbed in the back. Someone bought him off. This is all allegedly for entertainment purposes only. I'm just chick with the tarot cards. I'm just reading energy. And in my personal opinion, probably should have checked to see if this kid's still alive. Does anyone? I mean, I'm going to Google it when I get off the phone or off this with you guys. I think he got betrayed. I think what happened was he did sign a contract. It went south. He was promised the Pentacles. We have a Knight of Pentacles here. He was promised Pentacles, and then the contract was broken. Something happened. we have the thief. That's the card in the last case that showed us D-bag. But what we do have is overkill. I don't know anything about the girl's situation at all. Like, I literally have watched 3 of True Crime Designs, kind of setting the stage for the feel of the town. I do remember, why don't we use the Cult of Odin cards? Hi, guys. Well, either he's about to get stabbed in the back, he did get stabbed in the back, or this could be referencing what happened to the girls. He might also try to run. We have the 6 of Swords. That's an action card. I think someone smarter than him. I don't think he's that bright. I think someone smarter than him set him up. But not set him up. I mean, just he made a deal with the devil, and that's really all it is. Oh, no. Oh, they got the happy home. And I know I just said these are separate cases. This was fake for every decision maker in the Idaho 4 case. Every one of them got this fake happy home. Darn, I didn't even really like looking at this kid, so I didn't really pick up his energy. I just got trash. Okay. We have to figure out more about this kid. I mean, he was really easy to buy off, I'll tell you that. Oh boy. Lala, El Diablo is 1 card away. So, we have the wheel. This also is symbolic of our homie. This is like when, this could be he was presented with a option. And so he chose, I would say, well, based on El Diablo, he chose the wrong option because now his world I'm going to put Justice at the top because Justice is a major arcana card and it just feels right on top. I hope it really means something good. So what we're painting a picture of, or what's being painted for me right now, is like slime ball. He was easy to buy off. Someone much smarter than him or I would say to coerce. I wouldn't even call it a coerce. To discuss some kind of contract. I have no idea what it was, but it got broken. So that's not really the important part. All of our pentacles are in reverse, except our pages we just learned are the messengers. They run it back and forth. They tell the news. I'm just holding these because I just want to explain it. So we have a little page, then we have the knights. They are an action card. The pentacles are slow moving though. But what these are, paid the dollars. Other than the action cards, the rest of the pentacles are all in reverse, except for the choice. So this is telling me he had a choice. I'm getting something really cheesy, showed him a wad of cash, if you do this, and he took the choice. I'm just assuming because, well, here's the choice. So he had the choice. He spun the wheel, and El Diablo is waiting for him on the other side. And El Diablo is karmic. There are 12 karmic laws. One of them is gravity. I've explained that before. Doesn't matter if you're nice or not. If you jump off a building, you will fall. The karmic laws, well, that's one of them. And that's why you want to send only high vibes out. If you're even thinking of bad force, anyone else, doesn't matter. All those people you were mad at in high school, just forgive them because that reverberates back to you. It's called the butterfly effect. If you're trying to manifest anything, you delete it or you like block it as soon as you do that. So yeah, I mean, this kid's, someone gave him a choice. I'll even show you guys where did my pen. So someone offered him money. Someone brought him money. He made a decision. He spun the wheel. And El Diablo is waiting for him right here. I mean, death was in reverse, but death's right here too. Okay, so this kid sucks. Oh, good start. I'm definitely going to say this is no emperor. This is nobody that... I feel like is just not a patsy. It's almost like frat bro. Do the dirty work for us and that kind of a feeling. If you watched it, if you didn't, please don't ask my just kidding. This hermit is telling me that someone smarter than him offered him all this stuff. Oh, and it certainly, like, he's trying to run away. He could be picking up a drinking problem. I have no idea. I mean, it's scales of justice, balance. She's right here. We have the overkill. And then we also have this fake happy home. And the reason I'm calling it fake is because when I figured out that D-Bag was working for both the feds and the organization, this card came up. It was the 9 of Cups, and that's like, or maybe 10 of Cups, whatever that happy home card is in the Cups family. And then every time I saw it after that, it was a decision maker, and it was always upright. It was like just kind of a mindfuck. Probably because what they do on the outside, everything looks so perfect. Happy home. And what they were talking about, like a lot of the press releases were like, we were so happy. So let's just say Shane Evans might get his own nickname because he was offered a deal. He was offered a deal. He was brought the money to make the deal. He spun the wheel. El Diablo is waiting right here, and hard change is right here. We could look at it that way. It's in reverse, and I respect these, obviously, I respect them. So we'll just take that card out of the equation. He was offered money, he made a decision, he was brought the money for his decision, he spun the wheel, and it ended on El Diablo. The nicest thing that I've ever been able to say about El Diablo is that he's a Capricorn, because I'm a Capricorn, and the Capricorn male apparently are really hard to date. I've never tried to date one. I've never been that interested in it. I don't even know if I know a Capricorn male, but the point is I guess I should have checked this kid's birthday. I think we're going to break this stuff down too, because El Diablo in general, well, he's a major arcana. He's showing you all the shadow sides. He's addiction. I think he has some kind of an addiction too, other than being a complete loser. But we have all the cups in reverse. That's always been addiction to me. It can also be like his emotions are all over the place. You think? So El Diablo, the nicest thing I can say about him is he's a Capricorn male. And the only reason I say that is because I'm a Capricorn female. And I used to make jokes he liked cold places because Capricorns notoriously are like mountain goats. But I mean, I don't know anything nice about him. That's the nicest thing I can say. This is the peculiar part. This is our unknown right here, our hermit again. In the Idaho 4 case, almost 3 people played the hermit at various points in the unfolding of the story. Like the first few times that it was showing up, it was breaking down the communications and how it all worked. Then it was the delinquent's brother, like the brother. And then it was at the very end when Little Miss Muffet came. It was D-Bag. She got demoted. She was never really demoted. The way that looking back now and processing it, is Ethan was showing us the betrayals as he was seeing them that night. It was like a 30 reading. Oh, that's another thing. For all of you guys that are numbers, that are like into more number stuff, there's something, I know we got a lot of 4s too, but there's something significant about 3s. And I get it's the perfect trinity. It's a triangle. It's like a foundational card, but it's also, he had us end it at number 30. That was the last one we did. And so if anyone who has any idea, like whatever you just thought of that came to your mind, let me know. I was just curious about it. So the way that I now have, what is it? The Monday morning quarterback with the advantage of hindsight. I can look back now, and the way that he was unveiling it to us was the way he was learning it that night. So in 30 readings, we did like his 6 hours or 5 hours in a night as he was figuring out how things were happening. That's how I got it. So now our mystery man is this hermit. Oh, well, I would just say that this kid's he might need a nickname, but I think he's a loser, which is fine. I think a lot of these people that we're looking into are, but the good news is Richard Allen's totally in the clear. I asked the exact specific question of, did you Abby and Libby twice, and got 2 really hard no's, which I knew it. And I think they are doing that electroshock therapy. He does not look well. I'll tell you that. He looks like a scared animal. It's not right what they're doing to him. That's my personal opinion. And now the card's just confirmed he has nothing to do with it. Maybe he has I don't know, but it wasn't him. So it's almost in our last case, who was in the spotlight, it was who's hiding in plain sight. It was the most, only became obvious at the end. Definitely not even hiding in plain sight. Wrote a book about it. Oh. All right. So in my mind, I asked, the other question was, I had 2 questions. One of them was, did you Abby and Libby? You know what? I'm going to clear this. I want to do a reading on Libby. I don't really know why. Let's just do it on her and see what we get. I want to use something gentler for her. Oh, you know what I want to use? I want to do the Light Seeker's Tarot. I feel like that's nice and gentle. And the more that we start digging into this, and I'm going to start seeing symbols or colors. That's how a lot of the times I do. And so if I start seeing one particular color, one of them might like it more, because I'll explain that later, but we're going to use the Light Seeker's Tarot, and I just want to check in with little Libby and see, I don't know, I feel like it's I should just ask the cards which one of the girls it is that I can feel. I guess it could be both of them. I didn't even think of that until just now. Sorry about all this. I'm going to use these fortune telling cards. They're just yes or no's. They just have yes or no's in here. Because I just want to ask if we're talking to Libby. Always get flipped around, and I don't know why. All right, so let's just ask. I'm just going to ask a yes or no question. Libby, is this... Actually, hold on. That feels weird. I have to cut it. Hold on. That felt weird. Libby, is that you? Possibly. I know Ashley reads these upside down. I don't really. Okay, so possibly. All right. Did I say Libby? Abby, is that you? Oh my God, yes. Aren't those so cute? How cute is that? Oh, so I said Abby is that. Oh, so Libby's here, but Abby is the strong one. Well, and I don't mean strong by anything other than the fact that I could feel one of their energies. And I looked at a picture and I thought it was Libby. But I said Abby. So the reason that I just did all that was because I said, oh, let's ask Abby instead of Libby. So then I was like, oh, maybe it's Abby. So that's just when you're following your intuition. It's like that still small voice. And if you ignore it, it doesn't usually work out very well. So maybe, perhaps it's, and how cute is this? Like, so 14. Oh my God, yes. Oh, can you guys see that? So, little Miss Abby. Okay, good. That feels better already. Yeah, that feels good. Okay. So why don't we just ask them yes, no questions. Ask her what she wants us to, I guess what we could do for this douche. Sorry, and I know that's a horrible word. And I'm sorry. All right. Hi, Abby. Cool. Okay, good. That just felt so much better. It's like the way it felt was like it clicked into place. Oh, you know when you're putting your seatbelt on and it clicks and you know it's like in? That's like how it felt. It felt like it clicked in. So, Miss Abby. Did Shane Evans, you? Hold on. What is the card that jumped? Oh, great. So the cards that we got are, you must be having a laugh and don't count on it. So he's just corrupt. He's not a... Oh, why don't we ask if Richard Allen, did Richard Allen? We already got to know, but... I'm asking in my head about, did Richard Allen? Find your own answer. All right. Well, that was really nice, ladies. Let's see. Oh, why don't we just ask if we need to go more into Shane Evans? It's saying no. It's saying like we don't need to go into him. Let's do a reading. What time is it? I'm sorry, you guys. It's getting long. It's like whoever recommended those other decks, I think I'm going to have to get them. Because like nothing, it's what, this didn't happen in the beginning of Delphi, or of the Idaho case. It started happening at the end, when the closer we got to the Emperor. So, okay, what does that mean? The closer we got to the Emperor was when we started, it really started becoming an issue. But right now, like nothing is feeling right. It's really weird. I guess there's nothing weird here anymore. All right, Miss Abby, what would you like to tell us? Are these like the most gentle cards that I have? I have some, actually, I'm gonna pause you. All right, so I'm holding the Lightseeker's Tarot. I'm getting something that's like really gentle, like use a gentle deck. So I have this secret language of light. Oh, that was something I wanted to remember to tell you guys. The day that I was trying to explain channeling, light, I'm getting messages at the speed of light. So the speed of sound is like 7 seconds. So when I'm doing that and I'm channeling, it's light language. It comes at the speed of light. And I just don't think I made that very clear, but super, super gentle. I'm going to read this in the loving words from Jesus. Oh, whoever made that comment about TEMU or TEMU, got these bad boys from there. It's like $3. Oh, this is it. But it was, all right, little Miss Abby. Let's see here. Blessed are they that hear the word of God and keep it. Ask and you shall receive. Your joy may be full. I don't know what she's trying to tell us. I feel like she hasn't crossed over. That is not really that great. I mean, it's fine because there is no time on the other side. But what she needs is closure. There is some serious injustice going on here. So we'll find it. That's what we'll do. That's why we're here. That's why we got brave. It's like, I think your name, Brene Brown. I absolutely love her. It's like Be Brave, I think, is one of the books that I read, and that was a couple years ago, but I feel like I finally put on my Be Brave pants. All right, I'm going to do one more from Archangel Michael and see maybe there's something in these that I'll figure out later. God is in charge. Dear God, please help me let go. Oh, I'm sorry, these are the Archangel Michael cards. Dear God, please help me let go of the situation, giving it in faith and trust to your divine wisdom and infinite love in order to resolve and heal everything and everyone involved. Oh. I feel like that's important. Oh, these are for me. I just got it. Okay, so God is in charge. That's like, it's or it could be for somebody or the collective, you guys listening. It's to let go and trust the plan for Idaho. All the right people are in all the right places. So like, just, it's like when you're doing affirmations and you write it down and then you forget about it. That's what this is saying to me. It's just like, now let it go and move on. Like all the right things are in place. So, but this one is the one I felt like was for me. Keep your eyes on your targeted intention. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for helping me focus on my inner vision and intention. I ask for your guidance in releasing any fears or doubts. So I was just talking about fears. Granting me the confidence and courage to take action towards realizing my dreams. Oh, got it. So, okay, I got it. I was just talking about leaving Corporateville. And it's like, just have faith and trust. Oh, and we just talked about manifesting. Okay. Got it. All right. I'm going to keep my, all right. Thank you guys so much for your support. We're at 49 minutes. So there's something feels off, and I don't know what it is. I'm going to try another deck. This is the secret language of light. This will go along with the Rebecca Campbell books. I'll explain those, but not right now. But who needs to know that? Understood it. There is only light. Okay. So, little Miss Abby, she's not stuck. Well, she certainly is, but, and this is just what I'm getting. I have no idea what everyone else is getting. I have no idea what other people are reading on it. I haven't seen anyone read on it, which is fine. Or maybe, I don't know. If I did, I already forgot about it. Like, I'm not getting like she's stuck and she needs to go to, I'm just going to ask my angels to help her. If she needs to go to the light, then she will. That's just like a process. It's certainly not a bad thing. You don't want to stay in this. Never mind. All right, we're going to do one more. I have no idea if these are going to work. Does she like animals? Does she like horses by any chance? Tonight, before I fall asleep, I'm going to ask my angels to help her or give her or tell me what I need to do. I think she's stuck. I'm going to try these Adventure Time ones. They're like little kid ones. I know some of famous, no, it's not Famous Fortune. Which one? Divine Pathways? Mystical Fortunes. I got my cheat sheet. She uses these for Prince Harry. These are like, you stole my nuts, that one. Sad squirrel. I'm going to try these ones. If these don't work, I'm going to pray on it tonight. Oh, if you guys want, I want to explain this. So if I ever say like you need to pray, it doesn't matter what your Christian or whatever your belief system is. It does not matter. The reason I say that is because of the power of prayer. Think of it, it's called the intranet. The intranet. Wait, no, it's not. It's called the intraweb. And so if you think about it like www, you're clicking www, so that's telling your computer that you need to go into the pool, and then you're writing moonshineshop.com, so that's telling your computer to go into the pool of everyone, find this specific address, and send me to that address. So when you pray, it goes into the collective, and then like I can connect to it. Everyone can connect to it. And I'm not joking about the power of prayer is an unbelievably powerful, wonderful thing, but it connects you. The other day, I'm just going to tell this part of the story. When I was doing I was doing a reading on the girl I didn't know was in our posse. I could feel her start praying. I'll use that click example. It like clicks. Like I asked her to pray because depending on what the reading is, it's just whatever it comes. There's no like one way I do it all. It always just goes the way it feels. But I asked her to pray, and as soon as she started praying, it just clicked. Everything like clicked. And I could feel her praying right at that moment. And so then things get very clear. It's kind of like when you're on the AT&T or what was it? Yahoo Mail. It's like, no, AOL. And it just spins and spins and takes forever. Well, when you're both praying, or, the power of three, the perfect Trinity, then it's like you're now on the World Wide Web. You upgraded from the phone where it calls the phone line to the Ethernet where it just goes straight up. It happened instantly. So when she had I did talk about your spiritual endurance for things like when it's easy, but when it's hard, you have to have the endurance to do it. She had a strong, I'm going to say prayer-based or faith-based, whatever it is, but it's not faith, like you believe in something. It's like a strong prayer practice. Yeah. Daily practice or something. Because as soon as she started praying, it clicked. It didn't take like forever or whatever. But I'm trying to use that as an example of the importance of prayer, asking for protection. The other thing about protection, I'm just going to bring this up too, is entities can transfer through things like YouTube, TikTok. So that white light that I was explaining, pretend you're in the shower and let the white light wash over you from the top of your head to the bottom of your feet and all around your body and watch it go down the drain. Put that white light on in the morning and at night, just because you're part of an army. This is like a spiritual battle, and you're not, the white's winning. That's good news. But that's why I'm very conscientious of like lowering the vibration. Like I don't want there's enough negative in the whole world. And like what I have been, I would say it probably was my soul agreement that I would help teach to spread light. Everyone has a mission here. Everyone has a job. I'm guessing because I tried to ignore it for 20 years at least. And somebody did ask me to explain that story. I will. I'm just not ready. I don't know why. I will though. Yes. And I can just start it off with, I grew up in a super Catholic New England home. Putnam is my last name. We were on the Mayflower. You've heard of the Putnams. We were also involved in the Salem witch trials, yada, yada. Puritans. So we're not Puritans anymore. We're Catholics. But the point is, I want to tell you the story. It's like so unbelievable. I thought Tinkerbell was following me around one day. I'm not joking. And so I told this woman I worked with, and I was like, I thought Tink was with me. It was really weird, but it wasn't. It was Tink, like Tinkerbell. And everything I know about fairies is like, I mean, there's all the like stuff, but like there's the Irish fairies. They have fairy folk. It's like a whole thing. And so I was afraid if like Tink was following me around. So I ended up telling this woman, there are no coincidences, who's like a practicing everything. She knew all about what I was talking about. And she really took me under her wing. She was also a master in her world. And so the training that I got was to become a master in that. And so it all started because I thought Tink was following me around. And I was like, I did not know what to do. I didn't want to tell anyone because it sounds so nuts. I could always see things, and in my gut, I always knew things. Like, I could see angels and stuff. Like, I always knew it was there, but because I was like raised very much in a way that is not how things were in my Catholic home. Just tell you that right now. My mom and my dad still take communion every morning. Like, they would probably go to mass if they could 14 times a day. So let's just say that's not something I'd call home and ask about. And if my parents are watching, I love you very much. They're not. But so I thought Tink was following me. That's what happened. And I ended up telling a woman who was very versed and knew exactly what was like going on. Yeah, it was such a magical, at the time it wasn't that magical, but it was really cool. Because it gave me the safe space to like start figuring it out. It was really neat. And then I've been pushing it away for like another 10 years. When did that happen? Probably in 16. So I guess 7 or 8 years. I've been really trying not to tell anyone. And then if any of you guys know who Callie is, she's part of like Isis, Mary Magdalena, the Mary Magdalene family, Mother Mary. She's part of that crew. She's with Kuan Yin. If you guys know who I'm talking about, well, Callie shows up. If you ever do a reading and Callie shows up, you might as well. Callie is the destroyer because you have to clear all the BS out of your way so that you can do what your mission is. Like, whatever your mission is, if you're pushing it off and you're not doing it, and Callie shows up, you are about to lose. It would be like a tower moment, except it's like so seriously legit. Callie does not mess around. She's a wonderful, wonderful goddess, or whatever. When I call in the quarters, I ask for on the west on the east the Mary Magdalena clan. That goes all the way down through Joan of Arc. And some people around are claiming to be part of it. I have no idea. I have no opinion on it. It could care less. I just feel very much drawn to the Magdalena, the Jesus, Mary Magdalene, Mother Mary crew. And then on the west, I am Isis and Kuan Yin. The White Buffalo woman, she's a part of that crew. And then in the north is Uriel. It just depends on which archangel feels right. Ezekiel, it just depends. And then I ask whoever it feels right to also be the bouncer. So I used to block all darkness because I just didn't want to deal with it. That's really why. There's duality. I have to. So now I ask whoever's in the north. And if there's not you could probably read somewhere in a book and you can do that, but this is just what feels right for me. So whoever's in the north, it's usually 2 of them, and then I ask one of them to be my bouncer and to allow the things through that I need to have the whitest light and the truth. So sometimes you have to see a lot of darkness, like that last 30 readings. And then in the south, I have Archangel Michael, and then all around is the grandmothers of the universe. And that's how I protect my sacred space. I have no idea why I felt like I needed to just tell you guys all that. So hopefully it resonated with someone. If it didn't, just leave it there. Don't take it with you. But apparently somebody needed to hear that, or it needed to be said or something. So that was how I started. I have been really trying to stay in the closet for a really long time. I really have not been, but it's just because I like corporate. I do marketing stuff and I liked it. But anyway, so that's basically how it started. And that was like in 2015 or 16. So after 2012, then it became clearer and clearer. And then in 2015, it was like, I thought Tink was, but it was really just trying to get my attention. Apparently I was not tuned into the still small voice. Tink didn't stay around for long, but I still love her. I think she's awesome. And then Callie showed up in a few of my readings, and my experience with Callie is like rock bottom. If you like don't listen to the still small voice, it's just rock bottom until you do. So that's what happened. And then I was feeling so called to start this, and so that's where I am. In recap, I'm going to just wrap this up. It's already at an hour, but in recap, Richard Allen had nothing to do with Abby and Libby. Tonight, Abby is the one I've been connecting with. Whoever suggested it, it planted a seed so that when we could close Idaho, we got it to where Ethan was happy. And then, so he moved on, and now it made room for Abby and Libby. I'm just going to use them both for right now because that's where I am. We looked into Shane Evans. This is just an energy reading, no facts here. I'm just reading energy on a deck of cards. Someone offered him money, offered him a deal. He spun the wheel of fortune. He took the deal. He took the money. And on the other side of that deal was the devil. Made a deal with the devil. I also got that he's not very bright, but someone is bright that's around him. The hermit to me, well, especially in the last case, meant someone smarter. At the time when I thought that D-Bag was the emperor, it was representing someone smarter than the emperor, which isn't always true, but it was in that last reading. But we got the hermit again, and I'm just reading that like someone smarter than him. He's like at his own rock bottom. He could be dealing with a drinking problem or an addiction of some kind. And that is where we got with Miss Abby and Libby. Oh, I feel like also I don't know about Libby, but I don't feel like Abby's crossed over. So tonight when I meditate and pray, I'm going to ask her angels, like my angels, to ask hers like for guidance if she needs help crossing or what, I don't know what the deal is. And I'm just going to give it to a higher source, and that's not me. So I will do that. I have no idea what tomorrow night is going to be because I didn't really have I just did not like anything I saw about this Evans kid. I thought he was sketchy. And so that's where we are tonight. And I did a recap of Sid. That's how I call in my angels when I'm reading cards or working with anyone else's energy. So anytime that I'm like doing a reading or whatever, that's what I do. I call that in. And whenever I do a reading, I call that stuff in too. And if I don't do it, it just doesn't feel right. And I like having the bouncers there. It makes me feel like what I'm seeing is like horrible, but I am seeing it because it will get us to an end point. It's not because it's like the dark side just like fucking with you. Anyway. So that was a little spirituality lesson. Thanks for asking well, you guys are kind of watching it in real time. This is like, I haven't established a career. I was thinking about leaving, and then we got an angel card that said to trust my intuition and to give it to God and to stop obsessing. So pretty sure that was clear. So you guys are watching it all in real time. I don't really have anything. But anyway, I hope that was better for you guys up there. And with that, I will love you and leave you and see you next time. Have a good night.